Hello crafty friends, this is card 19 in Full Deck Challenge 2 and the prompts are 1 color, frame, stitching and strips. For my 1 color I've chosen blue. I have this beautiful paper pad that I found on AliExpress that I really want to use, so I'm going to be using pages from this as part of my blue. Also within this book there is a little picture of a frame, so for the frame part of the prompt I'm going to use this frame. And then for strips, I'm going to cut strips also from this book. So I'm going to use this mainly for all my prompts and then my blue thread for my stitching. So to start off, I'm going to find 1 or 2 pages that I like that I'm going to then tear into strips. Now I want my strips to be sort of not matching and quite different so that you can see the difference between each strip. So I'll find 2 pages that I like. I love this top one. It's got a lot of text on. I like this one because it has florals. So I'm just going to cut some strips. I'm going to make some thinner, some wider, just the different parts of the paper so I can get lots of different elements when I make my strips. I'm using a ruler to tear mine. I like the rough edges, but if you prefer, you can use your cutter or your scissors. Once I have all my strips, I'm going to start gluing them down. I'm just using a glue stick for this, and I'm just placing them one on top of each other, slightly overlapping, and trying to make each strip a little different from the previous one. So like I said earlier, so they can stand out and you can see the difference in tones. It's never too late to join in the Full Deck Challenge. We're currently on Challenge 2, but I have the playlist for Challenge 1 available, and you can start at any time and with any card. I'll put a link to both playlists in the description box below. Also, if you're on Facebook, do search for my group. Just search Full Deck Challenge Group. Once all the strips are down, I'm just going to trim off the excess. Again, I'm just going to use my ruler for a rough edge. You could use your scissors to get a neater edge for this. I'm then going to add some white splatter with watered down acrylic paint. This is just to lighten the overall effect and to give it a bit more dimension. Once everything is nice and dry, I'm going to add a piece of cheesecloth that's going to be part of my focal point or just underneath my focal point. And then in my paper pad, I'm just going to find the frame that I want. And the paper in the pad is quite thin, so just to make this a bit more sturdy, I'm going to stick it onto a piece of cardstock and then cut it out. Now to attach my focal point to my card, I'm going to run it under the sewing machine. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can just glue it down. I'm going to use zigzag stitch and running stitch back and forth a few times using both white thread and a blue thread, just to give it more texture and dimension. I haven't gone all the way around the frame, just on the top left and the bottom right, and then I'm also leaving all the threads loose. I'm not cutting them short, I like them long and flowing. I'm then also going to add a little white sentiment. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I really hope you enjoyed it and were inspired to create your own altered plain card. Join the challenge at any time, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.